magician's magic was still with him, so he learned quickly. And by the time he reached the woman's village, you would never have guessed that he still had the heart of a stallion. He'd been beautiful as a horse, black-maned and black-skinned, a white star in the center of his forehead. And he was beautiful as a man, black-skinned and tall, a shock of white in his dark hair. The woman fell in love with him almost right away. He seemed wild to her, but also familiar. She sensed a power in him that she wanted for herself, a different set of eyes with which to view the world. They courted and were married before the moon changed. The entire village came out to the wedding. After the music and the dancing were over, the villagers left them in the wedding tent, bright-eyed and flushed, two very nearly strangers who were surprised to find themselves alone. The woman was so beautiful, he was afraid to touch her. She had lilies in her soft blonde hair and designs painted up and down her arms. The designs asked for happiness, health, children, an ever-loving husband, all of the good things anyone might wish a bride. The husband felt the symbols reach out and touch his stallion's heart for the smallest of instants, felt them know and pull away. A draft blew through the room, then the air cleared again. In less than a month, the woman was pregnant. The pregnancy was hard, but not unbearable, and the husband was so besotted with his wife, so fearful for her safety, that he carried her almost everywhere they went. In time, she grew so big, the villagers began to prepare for triplets. A neighbor fashioned a cart like a rickshaw, so when his wife became too big for him to carry, the husband could pull her around like a queen. Sometimes he gave the village children rides when they asked. Sometimes, when his wife was in pain, he did not. She was pregnant for longer than usual. As her belly grew enormous, the rest of her became a shadow. When her time finally came, the panic in her blue eyes made the village midwives nervous, and so the elders sent for one of the doctors who traveled the countryside. Sometimes women left when children came into the world, and they weren't about to let that happen. The doctor was also a woman. She was kind and gentle, with hands that were as strong as those of any man in the village, except perhaps the wife's own husband. The wife had gone into labor in the morning and struggled all that day and into the next. You could see the babies in her belly trying to break through this last membrane, their sharp little fists and heels making bumps beneath her skin. But try as she might, she couldn't push them out. After the second morning, the doctor placed a hand inside the wife and felt legs where a baby's head needed to be. "The first is breech," she said, "and I can't turn it. I'll have to operate." No one in the village had ever seen an operation of any kind, and people crowded around the door and the windows. Everyone was worried. Would the baby survive? Would the wife? No one could bear to look at the anguish in the husband's face. But the doctor was the best, or so they'd been told, and she did not seem worried. She numbed the wife with drugs as best she could, then took her scalpel and made the first incision, quick and clean. Blood beaded up and ran down the wife's belly. As she worked, the doctor hummed a wordless song to calm the wife. 3 cuts, she said, and smiled. 3 doors into the world for 3 special babies. Her second incision pierced the fascia. The crowd had gone quiet.